Welcome guys. In Her Shoes is the movie I'm reviewing today, and this movie is executive produced by Maurice. You can find this movie on Maurice TV. A quick recap of this movie is a young couple who is expecting, and now the husband always maltreats the pregnant wife. Then he had a dream that he was now the pregnant husband. How did he now survive being a pregnant husband? This is what this movie is about. What I like about this movie, I'll start with Maurice. It's been a while. I appreciate Maurice acting because most of the acting are just me, but actually in this movie I actually appreciate what he did here because he was quite intense, especially when he was maltreating Ruth. I actually love that so much. I love it when characters are intense and they make you feel sorry for their victim whilst watching the movie. That tells you how good the actors are making you feel bad about victims while watching the movie. So Maurice Sam's character in this movie was really intense. That was something that I love so much in this movie. And then talking about Ruth, also Ruth was just soft, smooth, sweet, pregnant lady in this movie, and I kind of love that. This is also a long time I've seen this side of Ruth whilst she acts her movie, so that was something that I actually like in this movie as well. Another thing I like about this movie is the time. I appreciate the time so much because yes, the story does not need 2 hours. It doesn't even need 1 hour 40 minutes, and I appreciate the fact that they stick to that. They just went straight to the point and just let us know why we are watching this movie. So the time is good. So if you are watching this movie, trust me, you're not going to spend too much time. The timing is good for this movie. Another thing I like about this movie is the cinematography. When I'm talking about cinematography, I'm talking about the lighting of this movie. That was okay. Color grading wasn't what I like, but I'm talking about the lighting. Dark scenes of this movie were very cool, and that's something that I really appreciate. And another thing that I really want to say that I like about this movie was when Maurice was pregnant. There was a scene in the kitchen where Ruth was kind of fed up with his nasty attitude, and Ruth was like, you know what, I'm going to give it to you this time around, and Maurice was crying. That scene was really interesting, and I really like that scene so much. I don't know why I like it. I didn't see tears in his eyes, which did not make it believable, but I just love the expression on his face. Just the way he put that art all together was something that I really liked so much. Last but not the least thing that I like about this movie is the location for this movie. The house that they used was something that I like. You guys, if you have been watching my previous reviews where I talk about Maurice Sam's production, I specifically told Maurice Sam that, look, if you're watching that review, I don't know the exact movie that I did, but I actually warned him that, look, I'm tired of seeing that house that you have been using for all your production. And for the last 1 month or so, all his movies, he hasn't used that house. And I was like, maybe he actually watched my review. I don't know. I'm just taking credit for that, guys. So yes, for the location of this house, it looks new to his production, and that is really nice. I like it when producers or YouTube producers kind of spice up their location. Like, you can't continue using the same house for your whole movies. It's like when somebody click on your channel, all the locations are the same. It doesn't look really nice. It makes your movie unrealistic and unorganic. It doesn't look nice. So when you outsource location for your movies, it makes it really good. So yes, Maurice, kudos to you. The location for this movie is something that I really like. So yeah, those are the things that I love about this movie. What I don't like about this movie, let me start with the storyline. Guys, the storyline has been told before. I don't know the title that has been used, but exact same storyline. There was no difference between this and the other one that I'm talking about. The exact same storyline. The guy was dreaming he he woke up pregnant. The same thing with this. The only difference between this one and the other one that I'm comparing it to was the fact that one, the man goes to work. So this time around, the woman was the one that took over his position in his office. That was just the difference. This one, Ruth is a housewife, so the man wasn't going to work and Ruth is still in the house. So that's just the difference. It's the same thing. Pregnant husband and ending up waking up again and to realize that it was a dream, and he is now treating the wife well because of the dream he had. He now has experience about how pregnancy is. Almost the same storyline. So what I really don't like about this movie is the fact that they just copied that story or that film or that production or that storyline for the same storyline for Maurice, and they are giving us, oh nah, that was really not good at all. That was really not good. The same thing, guys, the same storyline. So I don't know if you guys have seen that movie I'm talking about. I just don't remember the title of that movie. To me, it's the same thing, the same story. Nothing has changed. I just told you the difference between that and this, and that was really not. When I was watching this movie, In Her Shoes, I just knew, I was like, I've seen it before. I just predicted the ending. I just predicted everything whilst I was watching it. So I was like, I have to do review. That is why I'm watching it. If not, I'll skip it. Yeah, so if you have watched that movie I'm talking about, trust me, you don't need to watch this one. You don't need to. It's the same thing, guys. So that was something that I did not like. A photocopy of another person's production, another person's work, using it as yours is just not it. So that was really something that I didn't like about this movie. Another thing that I didn't like about this movie is the pregnancy, the fake pregnancy bomb. A lot of the time, the pregnancy was shifting. Should I say the pillow or the clothing or whatever they use as pregnancy was shifting. Maurice being the pregnant man, the pregnancy was shifting to the left side, shifting to the right side, and the pregnancy, the way they made it, or the makeup artist who put the pregnancy, the fake bump together, did not put it together well at all. It was poking armor. It was not it. I think, it is 2025. I don't know if it is makeup artist or costumier that is in charge of certain things like this. There are websites you can get fake bump from, fake pregnancy bump for. I think it's high time producers or costumier or makeup artist, that's what I'm saying, I don't know who is in charge of this, or wardrobe, whoever is in charge of certain things like this should purchase and start lending it out to producers. You get money. I don't know why nobody has thought about it. There are fake pregnancy bomb out there you can buy for movie productions or acting like this. I don't know why Nollywood producers or Nollywood have still not thought about this. See it in Hollywood movies all the time. You can see the fake bomb looking so real. Why can't Nollywood producers also do that? Why should it be pillow and fake clothes, where the clothes and the position of the pregnancy is not looking realistic, looking all weird, making the whole lady or the whole actor look weird with that fake pregnant? Why is it like that? You guys are making millions on YouTube. Please do well to make sure you get this fake bump. In 2024, till when are we going to continue using clothes as fake pregnancy? Till when, guys? Till when? Please just up your game. I just hate it. Look at the way I just wasted a lot of time explaining this step. Another thing I didn't like about this movie was camera angles for this movie, and a little bit of cinematography, color grading for this movie was something that I did not like, especially the prayer scene. The position of the camera was not it at all. It was far behind, and then of course also the portrait shot of that scene was poorly done. I did not like it at all, and also getting tired of seeing Maurice's movie where all the time there's a street walk there's a couple street walk in all his movies, like all his movies. You're going to see him walking with his co-actor on the street, and then the camera is shaking, following them from the back or front, wherever it is, and you're asking yourself why. Like Maurice, all your movies, I have noticed that there's always a couple walk. You and your co-actor are always walking on the street all the time. Why is that? Why is that the case? All your movies, and camera angles are always shaking. Your camera is shaking on scenes like that. Like, you can just go to the poolside. You can also go to a restaurant, bar, daytime lounge, just sit down and have a cool time. It's not all go to an outside, I don't know, a picnic. You can decide to go to a picnic with your co-actors. Not all the time taking a stroll. Your cameras are shaking, camera angles are bad, portrait shots are not being done. Hello, like, up your game. Like, think outside your box. You are too comfortable with some of these scenes that are always being shown in your movies. Like, I'm getting tired. Like, this is another complaint I'm laying. So in case you watch this review, I beg, your next movie, I don't want to see you and your co-actor walking on the street. I don't want to see it. Please, I don't want to see it. There are so many ways you can give us a cute couple moment, unlike just walking on the street. Now what for you? Why now? You are earning dollars on YouTube. You are making a lot of millions on YouTube. Why can't you just give us spicy, different varieties of scenes, beautiful moments in your movies? Why? It's now what for you, Maurice? Come on now, come on. Last thing that I don't like about this movie is your mates. I mean the gate man and of course your cook. There was a review I made where I said I appreciate your gate man so much because all your movies, this is the same gate man guy you always use. Can you please use him for another role? Let's see how good this guy is. I'm getting tired of seeing him act as your gate man all the time, and I don't know what happened to his head. I don't know, man. I don't know how much you are paying him, but can you train him to be acting another role, not just your gate man all the time? Like, I know you brought him into the game or something like that, because I've not seen him in any other movie or any other set except your own. So that means you brought him. So why don't you train him? Why don't you make him your person? I know most of you are bringing in your own people to the movie industry, and upping your own production, having your own production team at your beck and call. Why don't you make this gate man at another role? Aren't you tired of using him for just gate man all the time? Aren't you tired? It's making your movie, I don't know, man, guys, just not it. I didn't really like it, and the real reason I'm saying I don't like the gate man and the cook in this movie was the fact that the fooling was too much. The fooling was not authentic. The fooling was not making it realistic. The fooling was just stupid. Trust me, if you are a serious person, you want to even enjoy the comic part of what they were acting, it wasn't funny. It was cringy. It wasn't funny. Trust me. If you have watched my previous reviews about him, I appreciated his work, but in this movie it was not it, especially when he was exchanging banter with the cook. Even the cook acting was quite okay, because the church she was doing, her acting was okay, but the interaction between the two of them was like the foolishness in their scenes were just not it at all. So yeah, that was something that I didn't like. I didn't like it at all. And on that note, I'll give this movie 2/10. I keep saying my rating doesn't change a thing. With Maurice and Ruth, he's definitely going to get millions of views. So he's making millions of dollars on YouTube. I pray that some of these reviews, they watch it and make adjustments and make the movie very exciting, because this year there's going to be a lot of saturation on Nollywood YouTube space. So if you don't up your game and your movies doesn't make sense. You are going to get a lot of criticism from movie critic or people who review Nollywood movies, especially YouTube space. And trust me, the Lagos or the Yoruba producers are producing better YouTube movies than the other part or the other people. You know what I mean? So please, if you are earning a lot of millions, do well to produce better movie. I keep saying we don't need too much from you. Little detail, like the way you took correction and you have improved in your location. You know, now the next movie I'm not going to see the same location. That's nice. The next movie I'm not going to see that location, so that's an improvement. So yes, I love that you have taken corrections for your location wise. So the other things I've complained about, please do well to consider them as well. So guys, thank you so much for watching this review. I'll see you guys in my next movie review.